Welcome to the heart of Nanaland, where adventure is brewing, but so is the coffee. My name is Lynn, but my grands know me as Nana. Have you ever met a grandmother who goes by Boom Boom or Bunny? What about Go Go? Oh, yep, it's a thing. Well, choosing a grandparent name, a grandmother name, it's an important decision, isn't it? I mean, it's something you're more than likely going to have with you for the rest of your life. If you're a grandparent or you're about to become one, then you know what a fun but also important decision it is to decide what you are going to be called as a grandparent. Well, out of curiosity, I wondered what are the trending grandmother names for 2025? And today I'm going to share some of them with you. And if you are already a grandmother, how did you decide what your grandkids would call you? I remember when I was deciding what my grandkids would call me. When my husband and I first found out we were going to become grandparents, our daughter asked us what we wanted the grandbaby to call us. And I thought, wow, this is kind of a big decision because I knew this was something that was going to be with me for the rest of my life. My Nana, my father's mother, was the epitome of a grandmother, in my opinion. She knew no bounds when it came to her love for us. It was unconditional and it was deep. And I know my other cousins feel the same way about her. In fact, I'm sure if you asked each one of us, we would think that we were her favorite. And so I was drawn to the grandmother name Nana, but I was a little bit hesitant for a few reasons. First of all, Nana seems a little bit old fashioned, a little old, and I didn't want to be thinking of myself as old, and I didn't want others to see me as old. And okay, I know that's my vanity acting up. I admit it, but give me a little bit of grace, okay? And then there was the fact that my grandmother, my Nana, had set such a high bar that I knew that being called Nana would mean I had some pretty big shoes to fill. And the third reason was that my mother in law was also Nana to my kids. And I didn't know if I wanted to have the exact same grandmother name as my mother in law because we have the same last name as well. So I was a little bit hesitant, but the love for my Nana just won out, and I decided that I wanted to be called Nana for our grandkids. Well, my husband was a little bit different for him. I think that he was pretty much in denial about the whole grandparent thing. And when we would ask him, so what do you want the grandbaby to call you? He would just kind of shrug it off and say, oh, I don't know. Haven't thought about it yet. And honestly, I think that the aging thing, the thing about getting older, was affecting him a whole lot more than it was affecting me. And that was really one of the things that he struggled with. And so finally, I'd had enough. And I said, okay, look, if you can't decide what you want the grandkids to call you, then we're all just going to call you the old man. Well, that seemed to whip him into shape. And he finally decided that he wanted to be called Papa. So we were called Nana and Papa, still are, by our grandkids, the same way that his parents were Nana and Papa to our kids. 9 years later, we have no regrets. We're happy with Nana and Papa. But you want to know something? Sometimes our grandkids decide to change our names for us, right? One of my granddaughters decided that Nana was just one syllable too much for her. And so she shortened it down to Nan. She did this when she was about 4, and she's about 5 now. And you know what? Most of the time, she still calls me Nan. But that's okay. I like it. I think it's kind of cute. So if you're choosing your own grandmother name, or if you're just curious about grandmother names that are trending in 2025, let's take a look at some grandmother names that are gaining popularity this year. Well, look at that. Nana is still up there. I guess it's just a timeless classic, and maybe not everybody thinks it sounds old. And of course, it is my personal favorite. It's warm, simple, and easy for the little ones to say, so no wonder it's still a trending grandmother name. Now, Gigi is chic and stylish, and it has been gaining traction as a fun, modern grandmother name. And one of my counterpart grandmothers on this grandmothering journey, she is Gigi, and I've always thought it's just a fun name, such a fun, cute grandmother name. Then there's Mimi, which is short and also cute, and has been a popular pick for grandmothers who want something youthful and fun. Now, Lolly is one I haven't heard before, and yes, that's Lolly as in Lolly and Pop if paired with a grandpa named Pop. Well, obviously this one is playful and sweet, and it's a rising favorite. Now, how about Glamma? That's one I hadn't heard before either, and that's for grandmothers who embrace being fabulous and stylish. And I have a friend who told me that she was going to become a grandmother, but she didn't say she was going to become a grandmother. She said she was going to become a glammy. And you know what? That really suits her because she is fabulous and stylish. Next is Honey. Now, how sweet is Honey? Oh, okay, I know that was really bad. But Honey is a newer, affectionate choice that feels warm and loving, perfect for a doting grandmother. And last on our list of 7 trending grandmother names for 2025 is Birdie. And this is a vintage comeback name with fresh, whimsical feel. And I think this one is so cute. Oh, I can just imagine grandmothers out there being called Birdie by their little grands. So adorable. No matter what name you choose, the most important thing is the love and the memories that you will create with your grandkids. Whether you go with something traditional or something more modern and trendy or something completely unique, this name that you give yourself as a grandmother will become a part of your story. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Why don't you go ahead and put in the chat what your grandkids call you and let us know how you came about with that name. What made you decide to choose that name for yourself as a grandmother? I'd love to be able to keep this conversation going in the chat. And if you enjoyed this video or you just want to hang out and learn more things about grandparenting, find some encouragement, a place where we can encourage one another on this journey, then please like, subscribe, and share this video. I sure would appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining me today here in the heart of Nanaland. And I look forward to seeing you again really soon.